The Venge is a culmination of the whole group, about 4 years' effort. It is a tarmac and a shiv put together. Both with team and average riders like myself. So we've done a number of track days, indoor velodrome testing to validate the Venge as compared to a typical road bike. And it's quite amazing in a very quiet track, both in the sound and in the air. It's very still. So the only air you feel is the air that you create by going around the track. And the difference in the watts when you look at them is like, wow, that's pretty amazing. But the real difference is when you feel the difference. Having to hold a speed on a regular bike that is actually pretty easy to hold on a Venge, it really sinks in. If I can relate this to something that is tangible, the track data for myself, same position on 2 bikes, was a 20-watt savings. 20 watts more efficient at 40 kilometers an hour is an amazing feat for a bike.
It's fast bike, you know. You feel it just going along. Like I said, I want it as stiff as possible, and it certainly is stiff. Developed in conjunction with McLaren and their leaders, you know, the motor racing at the time. And, you know, I was lucky enough to go and see, you know, kind of getting developed and see the various stages. So I appreciate what's going on. I like things clean and pretty clear cut. I think McLaren's probably on the same lines, and I think Specialized is as well. And yeah, maybe see my logo on it somewhere in the future.
We were looking for a project where we could add significant value to the project. And
if you look at a Formula One car, it's very easy to see how complex the Formula One car is. There's loads of pieces. You can see there's a lot of attention to detail, lots of engineering's gone into it. You look at a bicycle, at first glance, it looks very simple.
So it certainly wasn't a project where we were looking to take an existing frame and just apply our name to it. That's just what McLaren isn't about.
The frame, Specialized have done a very good job on their previous bikes. So for us, we get a laminate on previous bikes, and they're very good laminates. So we come at it in a similar way as we do with our Formula One car, which is a step-by-step approach of incrementally increasing the performance and getting small gains which are significant, which give competitive advantage. With carbon fiber, depending on the orientations that you use it in, you can bring different properties to the tube sets. So one of the things that we use is an optimization process to help assist in placing the fibers in the right direction, the right numbers of fibers in a certain orientation, or the right orientations in certain locations to give you a specific stiffness requirement at the end.
For the Venge project, we didn't want to create just another era road bike, so we assembled the best team of design, engineering, testing, and manufacturing to produce the Venge. All of that was done in-house in Morgan Hill. And essentially our goals were to create the lightest, stiffest, most aerodynamic bike as possible, really with a balance on all 3 factors. The S-Works Venge employs all the latest aerospace techniques for laying up the frame, including ultra-high modulus materials, very accurate freeform manufacturing, from the cutting of the fiber to the quality control of those fibers. Since we're pushing the limit, all these factors become more and more important to make sure the bike's safe, reliable, and repeatable during manufacturing. We're on revision 10 of the S-Works model, and all of those revisions are painstakingly tested between stiffness, weight testing, field testing, structural testing, so 10 full revisions of the frame. So it is a very long process. Our work with finite element analysis has shortened that process because we can take some revisions out and test them virtually and know how they're gonna fare in our testing, so that speeds up our timeline. McLaren's got over 30 years of composites experience in F1, and really what they have better than just about anybody in the world is the ability to do very complex analysis very quickly. The level of complexity of this frame is unprecedented. 30 hours to lay up a single bike frame, it does not happen anywhere else in the bike industry. There's been a lot of joint ventures in the past, and they all seemed quite simple in comparison to this. This project was actually done using McLaren's 30 years of composites experience in F1, our experience with bicycle design and engineering. Our design resources are unprecedented in the bike industry, and to bring them in for the analysis and really do a proper job, having a look at all the pieces of the frame, every fiber is accounted for, every gram is counted, all the stiffnesses are optimized. I really don't think this has ever been done in the bike industry before.
Yeah, with the specialised machines, and I mean it's always it's nice knowing I've got a safe bike and stick to the road really good. And tomorrow I have the new McLaren, which is I've been on for the last 2 days, and I'm very impressed. The most thing I noticed difference with this bike is the response. I've tried it out yesterday. We did 100k, and we went through a few undulating roads, and sort of laid it over a bit, and I'm really impressed by the responsiveness of the frame and the stiffness as well. I think it'll be really good in the bunch sprints.
So you've only been on the bike for 2 days.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do the first big classic of the year, the first classic of the year.
Yeah.
With